We're going to start from titles. Titles are something that language evaluators never touch, do they? Not often. But here's the thing. Today we had 2 examples of sort of really well done titles, and also a title that could have used some improvement. So for good titles, you get really great wordplay with Chinese, right? 一起度过. Fabulous. Because not only do you look at it and go, huh, but you also go, oh, you have a sense that it's not just about family being together, it's about family being together during the pandemic. So really well done here. Now, parts of titles that you have to be careful with is when you have maybe something that creates confusion with the title. I was worried about speed because he's still on a bike tour. It started in 2011. Where's your bike? And so here, when we use a preposition like since, I feel like you're still on your bike tour. Maybe you got stuck on Orchid Island. And so we want to be careful with that. Titles are really important. And so a lot of times, if you are uncertain about a title, showing someone that and getting a little bit more correction, I think is helpful. Okay, now, titles. Going into the speeches themselves. I want to point out a couple of areas for some improvement. So in talking about biking, we talk about favorite interests. But I feel like in English we just have interests and not necessarily a favorite one. I don't know if other native speakers feel the same way.
I have a favorite interest as TGIF Christian Toastmasters in Bordeaux.
Oh, fair enough.
I like kielbasa.
Maybe not. Oh my gosh, I'm being heckled! Okay. Also, I think tenses can be a really big deal. So when you come up here and say, oh, I don't think many people didn't know me, but now we do know you. So I think you want to say, oh, many people here don't know me. Just like some small changes can, I think, tighten that up. Now, going in Darren's speech, one thing that I really like is this idea of like digesting a speech, right? Digesting an idea, really sitting down and kind of going over. I think that's quite nice. Something that I wanted to suggest, so you talk about like, oh, where's that have confidence, Darren? But I think like one word descriptors are even stronger. Like, where's the confident Darren? Where's the charismatic Darren? Where's the crazy Darren? And all of a sudden it's a bit punchier, right? Because it's short. I know in Chinese, he's like, 那个有自信的 Darren 在哪呢? That's perfect for Chinese, but English we don't have that in our grammar. We don't modify nouns that way. Also, funny thing so Darren mentions, oh, something's different. Different is like interesting. Do you know what I mean? Watch this. It's like, oh, how was the movie? It's interesting. How was this meal that you made? So for instance, I cook for my wife, and she goes, oh, it's different. That's bad! And so interesting and different are dangerous words. Use with caution, because sometimes with that bit of tone, I thought the movie was interesting. I thought the movie was interesting. Oh, that's different. That's different. Very different meanings. Is that interesting? Anyway. Now,
very different
I've got things to do. Stop it. Now, in Darren's speech, he was talking about memorizing his script, but he referred to his script as lyrics. Was that intentional?
Yes. Say yes.
Say yes.
Just wait for the music.
So here's the thing. Perfect. Yes, this man's got it. Now, if you're gonna say like lyrics, this is really good, but you have to add a little bit more to make the image stronger. It was like I was trying to sing a song on the stage, and I'm a singer, and I'm just trying to go through the lyrics. Beautiful. But otherwise, I worry if it's the wrong word. Okay, going to Chinese. 我今天听到这个，我就感觉现在疫情开始改变中文，你会不会觉得？什么叫做自主健康管理，或者社交距离，或者这种自我检测，这些我就感觉疫情开始改变我们的语言。其实日文也是有类似的问题，但从他就学到很多跟疫情有关的，所以就非常感谢。然后接力的我就来不及写，然后我说，哎，可以给我看你的稿子吗？因为他用了很多成语。I think for foreigners in our club, I think using Chengyu is what makes your speeches look really cool. So there was one that I managed to write down fast enough, which was 实至名归. right? Where basically she deserves it. She deserves this award because fame follows merit. And I think when we use that, it really tightens it up. And then, I love how Chinese is a very visual kind of language because in our table topics today we had 用手抓来吃. I feel like there's a good strong image. Finally, one last thing I want to mention. If you are getting evaluated by Paul, you're a lucky man. Only a man? Does that mean if you're a woman and you get evaluated by Paul, you're unlucky? Like, I don't know.
Speak too loudly.
Okay, anyway, that's my evaluation. Thank you so much.
I'm not a violent